are doing upper body, it's gonna be a push day. Chest, shoulders, delts, core, and some triceps. So let's open up the shoulders and pecs. So find a wall, hand, elbow, shoulder, 90-degree position. Come over here, right here, Kimberly. It's okay, we can keep our 6 feet, right? All right, good stuff. So whatever hand you have on the wall, drop that down a little bit, Kim, so you're 90 degrees. Start in that position, maybe not 90, maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more. But we are going to be holding for 30 seconds. You can slide that hand up or down the wall to kind of dig around, find different angles of that shoulder that may need more attention. Now, whatever hand is on the wall, stagger that leg back. You could, just to open up that one side a little bit more, don't forget rotating your upper body away from that hand on the wall is just going to intensify that stretch. So we're going to do 30 seconds each side. So again, play around with some areas. Move that hand up. I actually manually put my opposite hand on the chest, just trying to feel what I feel type. Try to create that hand-eye, mind, muscle connection. We are doing hypertrophy this week, so you are bodybuilders at least for 1 week out of the month. 30 seconds, switch sides. Guys, switch sides. We're going to do 30 seconds each, times 2.
Oh, that's
You can also try this. Sorry, real quick. Straighten that arm now. The second time around. Good. Thumbs up. Still keep that back leg staggered. Same side back. And then just rotate your upper body. Press into that wall. That's going to bring that stretch into your biceps a little bit more. Maybe.
Feel that under yesterday?
Yeah, that's good. Now try this. Thumbs down, palms against the wall. Now try rotating that. Just changes up the angle of that shoulder, that humerus bone that comes off your shoulder.
Should I feel that in my wrist?
Yeah, you're gonna feel it wherever you need to feel it. As long as there's no sharp pain, I would say just breathe into it and try to find a 7 out of 10 stretch level. 10 being, holy shit, that's sharp, I shouldn't be doing that. So 7 or 8, push the limits a little bit. Make sure those muscles are getting stretched. And then let's rinse and repeat on the other side. Straight arms, thumbs facing up first. Your next mobility is going to be YTWs. We're going to activate the upper back and shoulder area because we are doing pushing today. We're doing chest. We want to make sure all those muscles around our shoulder blade are protected, they're engaged, and they can support the chest press. So we're going to do YTWs for a minute. So you're going to do a Y position. You're going to do 2 reps here. Then you're going to go into a T. And then you're going to go into a W. 2 each. Rinse and repeat. We're going to do that for a minute. But don't just flop your hands off the ground. Really try to contract those muscles and feel the muscles in that upper back actually engage or contract, so to speak. Okay, let's do 60 seconds worth. It makes my heart smile that you look at this place as they go home and you go in there and you make yourself a cup of coffee.
I don't know if that's sarcastic or not.
Dude, I'm being completely honest. I get a little emotional.
Yeah, because I'm stealing your coffee.
Because it's like a comfortable spot for you to like, hey, I'll make my cup of coffee, drink it from my mug. It's not like you don't do that in normal fitness places. You don't do that in fucking Lifetime, all right?
No.
Like, that's the shit that makes it different.
At Planet Fitness, I would be eating pizza right now. But,
Oh. No, Preeti, no you wouldn't. That's on Fridays.
Oh, right.
Wednesdays is bagels. Warm up this week is the chipper style. We have 3 exercises. 1 for upper push, 1 for upper pull, which is back, and then we have 1 full body. Your first one is going to be a push-up. Simple stuff, right? We can all do push-ups, but how do they look? What's the form look like, right? So a push-up, I see this a lot. Head forward, elbows out, butt dropped, this. It's not a core engaged push-up, right? So we want to look at that as a form first kind of exercise. So squeeze your glutes, keep that trunk nice and tight. Core is on fire. I'm already feeling it. Now start with the upper shoulder, pinch back, then drop down into a push-up and press all the way up. Simple stuff, but if you can't maintain that solid core position, fine, no problem. Just you can still keep a flat back. Spitting a little shit in my mouth, excuse me. Squeeze your glutes, keep that trunk nice and tight, and you can still keep that upper back nice and flat. What you don't want to do is press that hip forward too much. Okay? Simple stuff, but the push-up could be a great exercise for overall full body. Number one, doing 40 of those. Next up, I said we're doing some back. So squeeze your glutes, keep that trunk nice and tight, and pull apart for the upper back. Get those muscles fired up. But I want you to think about something here with the pull apart. Besides getting this engaged, squeezing your glutes, think about your wrist position. Planting a little seed now. We're going to be using some grip strength later. So pay attention. Nice strong grip on the band. Okay? If I just pull apart and don't pay attention, my wrists are going to collapse. Because I'm just letting my wrist not do the work. When really, okay, you want to keep that strong grip. Now pull apart pinkies first. It changes up the dynamic a little bit and puts a lot more stress on that outer part of your forearm, grip strength, and also your triceps a little bit. Okay? So pay attention to that. And don't just let your wrist flop. Next up, you're doing 50 of those. Next up, you're doing 40 ground to overhead. I'm just grabbing a dumbbell because that's really the only equipment you need today. But ground, deadlift, here, overhead. Simple stuff. Using your hips and shoulders, and obviously core. Okay, we're doing 40 of those. So 40 push-ups, 50 band pull-aparts, and 40 ground to overheads. I'm gonna give you guys 12 minutes, should be plenty of time. All right, here we go.
That peanut butter.
Fast and slow. 2 exercises back and forth as a superset. Every 2 minutes, we're starting a new round. Here we go. First exercise is going to be a faster exercise. It's going to be working your triceps, but form is first. Okay, flat on your back, knuckles are facing the ceiling. Literally just bending your elbows and bringing those dumbbells top of your shoulder, to the top of your shoulder, or floor if you have the range of motion. If you can keep your elbows facing straight up, then press up. Simply don't lock out your elbows, don't snap. That's where the control comes into play. So we're looking to do them fast, obviously, which is going to tell us we need a lighter weight. But if you can't maintain this good solid form with your elbows facing up, then you're going too heavy or you're going too fast, one of the two. Now, if you have to do this and use more shoulders, I'm going to say it's too heavy. It should be so isolated that just your triceps are working. Okay? Doing 12 of those. That's going to be a faster exercise. For this workout, all you're going to need is 2 sets of dumbbells. Okay, a heavier set and a lighter set. Now, decline floor press, working more chest and shoulders. It's a compound movement, whereas that was an isolated movement. This, dumbbells in the crease of your hip, roll back down into a supine position. Now you're going to press your hips up, squeeze your glutes. Now you're going to go into a regular floor press. Okay? Just by pushing your hips up, you're changing the line or the center of gravity a little bit. You're putting a little bit more emphasis on your shoulders, a little bit more lower pec, just changing up the dynamics slightly. Okay? But also your glutes are engaged. This is your 5 seconds on the way down and your 5 seconds on the way up. 5 reps. Okay? Try to keep tension on the chest. Obviously your glutes are engaged the whole time. You're trying to keep tension on your glutes as well. Simple stuff. Okay? And then when you're done, back down, easy breezy. Okay? That's for the first couplet, the first superset. And we do 4 rounds, and after you get your 2-minute rest, we're going to 2 more exercises. One of which you can probably grab your lighter weights that you use for your tricep, skull crushers. And we're doing a front raise, but we're supinating our hands. It's called a reverse grip or supinated grip. So rotate your shoulders outward, work from the ground up. Squeeze your glutes, keep the trunk nice and tight, arms are straight, and you're lifting up. Only 2 parallel to the floor. Okay, the horizon level. You don't have to go up any higher than that. Try to keep your arms as straight as possible. If you're feeling like you have to swing, too heavy. It's an isolated movement. Bodybuilding hypertrophy is all about isolating and keeping time under tension, not swinging, not a power exercise. Okay, so if you have to lighten the weights, go for it. Here. No swinging, very isolated. Now, after your 12 reps with that, you're going to head into a prayer press, which is going to be on your knees. You're going to be working a little bit more front deltoid, and your range of motion is going to be a little bit restricted. Start from the ground up, squeeze your glutes, keep the trunk nice and tight. 2 dumbbells, press them together. Just that alone is going to activate your triceps and your chest. You're doing a prayer press. Okay? But I don't care if you go all the way back. If you have to go arching that lower back to get up into that full position, don't do it. Squeeze the glutes, keep the trunk nice and tight, and keep that position as long as possible. Now, here's your 5 seconds on the way up, and then 5 seconds on the way down. You don't need a lot of weight. What you need is some focus and some patience throughout that rep. We're doing 4 to 6 on that. Okay, same concept. Every 2 minutes, starting a new round. We're doing 4 rounds of that. Any questions?
Usually in the prayer press, you're not straightening your arm all the way, right? You still have a little bit of bend in your...
You're probably not going to be able to.
Okay.
No, my mobility isn't the best,
Yeah.
so we can't use me as an example.
Okay.
But I will say that if you keep your
Yeah.
arms here, you keep pressing, there's a good chance that you're going to have to arch that lower back,
Okay, so
which is
don't
what we
do
don't
that.
want.
Yeah.
So if it's here, and it's here.
Okay.
It's also telling you that the weight should be a little bit lighter.
And are you pressing your hands together?
100%.
Okay.
Pressing together and up. Remember I said that that's going to be, just that alone is going to be activating everything.
Here. Okay.
Now, 2 dumbbells, fine. You could grab one in the center if you can't find a weight that's heavy enough, or at home if you don't have a weight. 2 weights that's heavy enough, you can use one, still same concept, and press in. Me personally, I could use 20 pounds and make it work. Just by connecting and slowing your reps down a little bit, and that's the point of this second exercise. That was perfect. That was the best one yet. All right, guys, finish your time. Here we go. You know the deal this week. 1 exercise for core, and then 1 exercise for core. Cardio and core finisher all week long. Here we go. First one up, 15 leg raises. Big exhale on the way up if you can. I can't do it. I gotta put my hands lower. Here, press into the floor, and then poke those legs up. Come up with straight legs. Get that last little bit of poke up. It's gonna increase so much more of the intensity with that exercise and also get more core work out of it. 15 reps, then you're gonna take a 30-second rest. Then your maxed effort. Hold. Today is a front plank. So, if a regular plank is stacked wrist under shoulders, squeezing the glutes, if this is a regular plank, a front support plank is pressing forward so those shoulders now are above the fingertips. Sorry for my butt in your face, Nima, but you're here, squeezing the glutes, right? This is stacked. Front support plank is here now. Toes are engaged. Toes are pressing into the floor. Calves are engaged. Glutes are engaged. Pressing into the floor, and I'm hovering here. Max effort. I'll let your conscious be your guide with that one. But also think about max. How many muscle groups can I get fired up? How hard can I contract my abs? Not just how long I can go, but how much effort am I putting into that hold? So think about that. Can I feel my glutes? Can I feel my toes? Can I feel my calves? Can I feel my shoulders? That's max effort. Then, go as long as you can go, but use the form first method. We're doing 5 rounds. Get those leg raises done as fast as possible. Get your rest in, and then go into your max effort plank hold. Let's go.